I am tired of taking care of my girlfriend and I don't know what to do. So I have been with X for 4 years and from the beginning, our relationship wasn't easy. After 4 months of our relationship, X's parents died in a car accident and she became sad and depressed, but I tried my best to be present for her and to be her rock. She became distant, cold and sad. Our relationship became me trying to console her and to distract her from her dark thoughts. And this went on for 2 years. I wasn't anymore her boyfriend, but I became her psychologist, and our relationship was me going to her house when I found her crying and sad, and this went on every single day. Finally, after 2 very, very long and difficult years, she started smiling and being the girl I fell in love with. Unfortunately, all this joy was temporary because after 1 month, I discovered that she was using drugs, cocaine, to relieve the stress. I was shocked, but again I tried my very best to help her. She didn't reacted well to my attempts to stop her, and we started arguing and fighting every day for 6 months. I was really thinking to leave her because I was really tired of all this situation, but come on, I was her boyfriend. And I wanted to put aside all my anger and to help her, even if she didn't wanted me to. I remained calm and cold for her, because I knew I was doing a good thing for her and I was trying my best to help her. In those years I was studying to become a notary, and I was already full of stress and doubts about what I wanted to do. And then my girlfriend became a drug addict. So I passed very, very tough 6 months, and I still have traumas of those months, because I was completely alone trying to help her and she was pushing me away. So, at a certain point I had enough and convinced her somehow to go to a rehab center, after others 2 months of arguing and fighting. And she stealing the money from my wallet to finance her addictions, she finally accepted. I was thinking that from now on every problem would disappear. And finally I would have one less problem to be focused on, but I was tremendously wrong. X's disintoxication process was way more difficult than I ever expected. Not only she accepted to go to the rehab just for making me stop being worried for her, but after 2 weeks there she cheated on me. I was in shock because I was going through hell for her. I never gave up on her even when I was very, very close. I was working 2 jobs and studying to pay her the rehab center. Our sexual life was non-existing. I didn't heard a single good word coming from her since it all started. But somehow I was still there for her to help her, and she cheated on me. Again I swallowed the hardest pill of my life. And I forgave her, trying to convince myself that she was weak. Her mind wasn't okay and that she was going through hard times. After other 6 months of this hell she stopped using drugs. But to the worst there is no limit, and after only 2 months, she stopped eating out of the blue. The doctors said that it was part of the process, and she would start eating again when she will feel ready. She became another girl and I wasn't anymore recognizing her. She lost a ton of weight and became anorexic. Needless to say, I really reached my breaking point. I stopped sleeping, had a huge mental breakdown, and was really thinking to leave her. I never reached that point in my life and I was feeling like crap. I even started to go to a psychologist, which I'm going still now. But I hid all this from my girlfriend because I put her health and her mental stability above mine. So with all my last energies I tried to support her. And fortunately my studies ended all in the right time and I found the job immediately. It was my really once positive thing in all this years. X now started again smiling, spreading happiness. Fortunately,
Being
my
the lovely
psychologist
girl which I
understood
fall
the
in love with,
situation,
and she is constantly
and it was
thanking
really
me
liberating talking
for
with
what I
him.
did in this year's and to not have leave her
On
alone.
my
But the
psychologist's
problem
advice,
is that now I got enough
convinced
of
my
all
girlfriend
of this,
to go to a
and I
psychologist,
just want some
and she
peace and
reluctantly
serenity.
accepted.
I really love X, but it's like my mental health is going
In 8
away.
months,
We finally
I tried
went
to
to
not
not
show
show
it
it
with
with all my forces,
and
but
we
when I
started
talked
to
with
be
my
a normal
psychologist,
couple.
I just broke down.
Cry like a
Obviously,
baby.
what happened in this year's gave me
Scream and
many
get
traumas,
angry like I never did,
and shocks,
I'm
and
just
I don't
really
know if I
tired,
will ever go
and
through
I don't
all
know
of
what
this
to do
anymore. The thing is that now I feel emptied of all my possible energies and mental strength. I feel always angry. I argue with everyone about the small things, and it's like I'm throwing out all my frustrations that I accumulated in this year's Forex. I started boxing to let out all this my psychologist advice. But after almost a year nothing changed. X now is feeling well, but sometimes she still cry, is insecure, and have some tics from the past traumas. So we arrived to now. I'm feeling tired and like I got enough of all of this. It's like I can't take it anymore, and the only thing I want is to go to a desert island and stay there for like 10 years to recover.